Hello and welcome to day 9 of your 5-minute body snacks. Today we're focusing on ground force reaction, but also getting the heart rate up slightly. So a bit of cardio, bit of ground force. I say all the time, ground force reaction is so important for your bone health and for your overall health as you age. So we're going to be using a Tabata timer, doing 20 seconds of our movements to 10 seconds rest. We've got 4 movements and we're going to repeat them each one twice. So going through them all and then going through them all again. I'm going to demonstrate the movements to begin with. You can join in at this stage and that will act as a little bit of a warm-up and then we'll start the timer and we'll get into our circuit. So here are the exercises. The first one we're going to start with heel drops. So this is a nice simple one that you can incorporate into your day. You can hold on to something. So if you feel a bit unsteady, you can support yourself with a wall or a sturdy chair. But we're going to lift ourselves up onto our toes. And then the focus of this is to hit the heels into the floor as hard as you can. Little bend in the knees. Trying to slap those heels down. So that's exercise 1. Then we've got a stompy squat. So we're going to squat down and we're going to stomp one leg out and back in again. And then the other leg on the next squat, stomp, stomp. Again, all with the purpose of trying to hit into the floor as hard as you can. Obviously, if you've got downstairs neighbours, you might just want to give them a heads up that you're going to spend 4 minutes stomping around, or try and go do it somewhere outside and away from a ceiling with people underneath. Then our next 2 exercises are the same, but we're going to do one leg at a time. So one of our legs is going to be driving the movement and the other leg is going to be landing. So we're going to go forward and back. And then if you need to get your balance, you can put your foot down, forward and back. Use the arms as well for a bit of momentum. Looks the same on the other leg. So it's just a single leg jump. And again, these are great for getting that ground force in, practicing a bit of balance and getting the heart rate up. So timer's on, starting with those heel drops. Again, set yourself up next to something if you need to hold on to something. Focus is hitting the floor as hard as we can. Slam them heels down. I mean, if you've got downstairs neighbours that you don't like and you wanted to annoy them, this would be the perfect workout to do. Lovely. Rest. So we've got 10 seconds of rest before our next exercise. Stompy squats next. Here we go. Squat, stomp one leg out and back in. Then come up. Stomp, stomp. Sometimes in a class I'll say this, you've got to pretend like there's some gross insects all over the floor and you're like trying to smush them because they're going to take over. There's an infestation. Lovely. Rest. 10 seconds of rest. Setting ourselves up for that next exercise. Remember, you can also hold on for these like this. And you can pop that foot down for a bit of balance. Little forward and back. Doesn't have to be a huge distance. Just landing and then coming straight back. Lovely. Rest. Other side. Get yourself ready. Now with these exercises, if you've not done sort of really joint reaction, ground force reaction stuff before, you don't run or anything like that, then you might find that you've got really achy joints after. But I promise you, it's just like having DOMs in your muscles. Just means that we've had the right effect on the body that we wanted to, and it will ease after a couple of days of rest. Back to those heel drops. Hitting the floor as hard as we can. Up on the toes, slam down. Breathe and rest. Lovely. Back to those stompy squats. Squat and stomp. Again, squish those insects that are taking over. Or we say sometimes it's like having a toddler tantrum at the bottom of a squat. Lovely. 2 exercises left. Those are forward and backwards jumps on one leg. Get yourself ready. Forward and back. Kick that other leg out. And it just helps with your balance. Doesn't have to be high. I know that sometimes if you've got a boob and belly situation on, you might just need to hold yourself down. It's more than okay. Swapping sides. This is my leg that doesn't like to jump and balance. So I'm noticeably more wobbly on this side. Again, that is completely normal. Pressed it there. Awesome, well done. I'm just going to turn this timer off so it doesn't beep at me. Lovely, well done. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully I will see you on day 10.